Wind, we've had really a string of perfect fall days. It really doesn't get any better than this.
It's been pretty good. I mean, it's weird for November to get this many dry days strung together, but it's what we've got, so you may as well enjoy it, right? And here's one way to enjoy it. Go to the beach.
Yeah.
Right? Like E-Rich did. Just a beautiful shot there, Cannon Beach. The sand, the sun, the water, the rocks. Gotta love that. And here's sunset for you at the beach, just in case you missed that. We had some scattered high clouds offshore, but just added a little bit more color to the sky. Okay, meanwhile, up on Mount Hood, Eric Broms is up there doing a ski and a climb, and he said the skiing was pretty bad. See these chunks of ice? Those are called chicken heads because they're about the size of a chicken head, and they're not good to ski over. Windblown snow, chicken heads, he said they skied not from the summit, from a little bit lower. The climbing conditions, however, were pretty good. The winds up in the mountain are actually lighter than they've been in the gorge, and they're pretty light everywhere except in and right near the gorge. See that? But where it was windy, it was super windy. Up at Crown Point, a gust of 94 miles an hour this afternoon. Corbett 75, Troutdale 40 miles an hour. So it was really ripping in the gorge, and then it hits the West Hills too. Government Camp had a pretty good gust, but that was earlier in the day. But the winds will do nothing but increase overnight tonight and tomorrow. So there's a wind advisory here in the orange area and a high wind warning for the western part of the gorge, both extending until Friday morning at 7 a.m. Now, we already had a gust over 90 miles an hour at Crown Point today, as I showed you. Tomorrow, the winds will be even stronger, which means we're likely going to get some gusts over 100 miles an hour there. There's a cold front moving down into northern Montana right now. Following that, there's stronger high pressure. That's why the east winds will increase. But in the upper levels of the atmosphere, it's all about a big high pressure that's over us, and that has just been maintaining itself for several days and will through the rest of the week and through the weekend. It'll be Sunday before we get clouds busting on through. And then on Monday, we'll get some rain. It's going to be light at first. It's not going to be a very strong system Monday, potentially a stronger one Tuesday or Wednesday. But we really need to get closer to see exactly how these details line out. So bottom line is we're going to go back to more typical November weather next week, just not for the rest of this week. Now, when you look at the rainfall forecast, and major caveat here, these amounts will absolutely change as we get closer to next week. But let's just run through this for kicks, right? So from Monday morning until Tuesday afternoon, about a ½ inch of rain in Portland. That's already lower than what it was showing earlier in the day, but still, that's a good rainfall. From Tuesday afternoon until Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, that's over an inch in Portland. Now, these amounts are lower than what they were from the morning run of the guidance, but still, that's significant rainfall headed our way as we go into next week when we begin to add it all up. So the jet stream keeping us dry through the weekend, then it breaks down and breaks through, and that'll begin to bring us rain as late as Sunday, or early as Sunday night, but more likely Monday and into Tuesday. Our high today is 47, but notice how Hillsborough is 54, quite a bit warmer because they didn't have as much wind. We had 60s in parts of western Oregon, eastern Oregon 30s and 40s for highs. Pendleton topping out at 29. Portland right now it's 38, freezing level is at 11,000 feet, so it's quite high. It's a chilly night out there. Okay, coast, sunny and windy, gusts to 30 miles an hour there. For the valleys, sunny and frosty in the morning because some areas will get away from the wind and the wind will stop, so you'll see lows in the 20s. But again, getting windy in the afternoon. Cascades will see winds up to about 40 miles an hour. In central and eastern Oregon, valley fog in the Columbia Basin, and otherwise sunny above that. For the gorge here, the big wind gusts, 80, maybe 100 miles an hour tomorrow in the gorge. And for Portland, very windy, some gusts of 50 over in East County. Most of us gusts of about 30, maybe 35. High of about 50. And then over the weekend, we're dry, and then the rain comes in just like that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, just as you go off to grandmother's house.
Of course, but that looks more like November, doesn't it?
It really does.
Thanks, Matt.
You bet.
Well, up next, part of the